So do come from 8:30, and then the first talk is at 9:30. So that gives you a good hour to do a bit of mingling.
Hey, this is Mark Asquith, CEO and co-founder at Rebel Base Media, the UK podcasting experts. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, it's time that I started my own podcast, because as we know, podcasting is a wonderful way to build audience engagement, a wonderful way to interact and connect with your audience, and it's a wonderful way to build your business. Well, you can get started with your own podcast today for just £1 by checking out Captivate.fm, the world's only growth-oriented podcast hosting company, analytics platform and distribution centre. Go and start podcasting today for just £1 at Captivate.fm.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketed Not Live, the podcast for marketers who are looking to their own community to find out what's working now and, importantly, what's around the corner. Now, this is our last episode of the season. Aren't you sad? And in all of the previous episodes, we've brought to you a guest to talk about a specific marketing topic that's going to help you broaden your horizons. But today it's slightly different because, well, we sort of ran out of guests. But also, we needed to tell you about the event, which is happening next week. Marketed Live 2019 at Nottingham Contemporary, Monday, the 30th of September. Don't forget that date. If you really haven't bought your ticket yet, well, you might actually be in trouble because there might not be any left by the time you listen to this. As we're recording this, which is just over a week out, we haven't really got that many tickets left at all. So get your skates on if you're listening to this and do try. If you can't get a ticket, fear not, however, because you can now buy a virtual ticket. That means that you can watch the video recordings of all the sessions at the comfort of your own leisure time, on whichever device you want, whenever you like. All you've got to do, go to our website, that's Marketed.live, and you will see there on the blog a link to how you can get that ticket. And then when all of the videos are ready, you will get sent a link where you can watch them. All right, so one thing before we get started, and be telling you who it is that we've got on today, because it's not really that much of a surprise, I think, if you listen to the last season. Let me just tell you a bit about where we are, because you might hear a slight echo and a slightly poorer quality in terms of this podcast. That's fine. Mainly, we're sort of past caring, to be honest, how it appears. But we are in our new office, and there's lots going on. We share it with various people and businesses, and it's all a bit echoey, and it's all a bit new, and it's all a bit unfinished. There's stuff going on all the time. So if you hear the odd clang or boom or screams of fire, that will be why. So what are we talking about today? Well, actually, we're going to use this episode to tell you a little bit about the event next week. What's it going to be like? What do you need to remember? What sort of things are going to help you on the day? And to help us along, we have the Marketed Live team.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
There you go. Now, that was as unradio-like as possible. You know, like when you're on the radio and they have like the posse or the crew.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, exactly.
We are here.
Hang on.
The team is here.
Sarah, do you remember which one is the applause?
Well, you've got a 10% chance of getting it right, haven't you?
Yeah, I can't fade it up anyway because the bed.
It's a long bed.
It's a long bed.
It is a long bed.
So bear with us, dear listener, on this episode. We're going to tell you all about the event, what you need to know, what to do. Let's go round. God, that was like training then. Let's go round the room and introduce ourselves.
Icebreaker.
Go on, Sarah. Let's start with you.
Hello, my name's Sarah, and I am part of the Marketed Live team. Very much looking forward to it. So yes, I'll be there to help out with a smiley face and a red t-shirt on. So say hi if you need to.
Hello, I'm Helena, also part of the Marketed Live team. Also excited, so basically exactly the same as Sarah.
Get your own intro.
I know. You're just that good. You're SEO guru and podcast guru. So yeah, I'm excited.
Start with a guru.
Anything that looks pretty on the day on the screen, that's Helena's doing.
Yeah. I'm Charlie. You'll never have guessed it, but also part of the Marketed Live team.
Are you also excited?
Very excited. And I've given myself the title of Quizmaster General as well.
Oh, more on that in a moment.
Oh.
More on that in a moment. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you for that. So, as you can tell, there is a vast team. This isn't everybody. We've got more, haven't we? We've got
Oh,
more
yeah.
red
A lot more.
T-shirts than ever before.
There'll be a sea of red.
A sea of red.
Oh, that sounds
Stop
horrible,
now.
doesn't it?
Like Game of Thrones.
Doesn't sound nice.
Yeah, it's not an episode for Game of Thrones.
It'd be carnage.
There'll be plenty of people. That's quite an important point, actually, isn't it? Because when you go to these events, like sometimes, you just don't know where the sandwiches are.
Yes.
You need to ask somebody, right? Like,
Exactly.
And you guys are going to be there on
Yeah.
hand.
So look out for people in red T-shirts with the massive Marketed Live logo because we're here to help you.
Said like you
Even-
were working in Disney.
Even if you want a little cry or a little moan or whatever. Not
one's
that
gonna
you
be
will
crying.
moan. But yeah, we're just here for you. We are here for you.
You get in-person counselling, courtcy of Marketed.
Hang on, I don't
Marketed
think
Live.
we're trained
Any
for counselling.
any relationship problems? Sarah's your girl.
Oh gosh. If you know my backstory, probably not.
Let's not go there. Right, so that's the team. Let's talk about. We've got to get to Nottingham before we can enjoy any of this stuff, right? So let's talk about how the many people that are coming next Monday are going to actually be there because it's in Nottingham city centre. So that gives you lots of options. What have we got?
Plenty.
What have we got?
Well, horse and carriage.
Good one. For that hipster vibe.
So
We've got a
hipster.
penny farthing cycle rack if anyone wants to ride one of those into.
Blimp station.
But-
Yeah.
But the serious answer is, if you know Nottingham, it's in the Lace Market, and the Lace Market is not that far from the train station. There's the Lace Market car park. So obviously Nottingham's really accessible from the motorway, from roads and what have you. Trams, there's loads of trams. So if
Trams,
you're
don't die.
on the outskirts of Nottingham, you can get in on a tram. Who
Very
here has
true.
done a tram? Hey, Helena, have you done a tram before?
Yes.
Oh. I only
Wow.
asked because you're Estonian, and I don't know if you're.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
Do you get trams up there?
Yes, we do. Thank
Oh.
you. Yeah.
Is Estonia even up there? I don't know.
I think technically it is up, isn't it? Up and to the right.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit to the
Close
right.
enough.
Close enough.
Team building trick.
Close enough. Brexit Britain.
Oh gosh.
Let's not get into that conversation.
So yeah,
that
that's
is-
pretty.
yeah, I mean,
coaches. If you're getting a coach, National Express.
Where does that arrive? Do you know where that arrives? Is there
Yes.
a coach station? Okay, where's that?
Yes. I have.
I think I think it's by the
idea.
railway station. Basically, all roads lead to Rome or Nottingham. In this case, the tram actually stops right outside the Contemporary, so that's nice and easy to get to. One of the things with the tram is if you are arriving by car and you don't fancy parking in the city centre, you can catch one of the. I think it's 3 park and rides, which you park out on the outskirts and you get the tram in. And the tram is a nice experience.
It is a nice experience.
Very pleasant.
Yes.
So, and you will be doing your environmental credentials some good if you take the tram.
So that's a big green tick.
It's a big green tick from us. In fact, I don't know, I'm just making this up as we go along. Indicate to us if you arrived on the tram and we'll find a green sticker or something to give you that says, I thought about it. Maybe we won't do that. Yes, because it's in the Midlands, it is easy to get to from all parts of the UK. If you
Yes.
are flying in, because there are people flying in.
We're
the nearest-
international.
I know.
Worldwide.
The airport is East Midlands Airport, and it's about 20 minutes, I think,
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a bus.
I like anywhere is either 20 minutes, half an hour,
That's
in
true.
my life.
That is true.
Like, yeah. I
Middle-
mean, nothing's more than an hour anywhere. That's what I stick to anyway.
So nice and easy to get to. Now, some people are arriving on the day, but plenty of people we know, because we've asked them, are arriving on the Sunday night, which is a good move, in my opinion.
Very much so.
What's going on Sunday night, Charlie?
Well, as I said before, Quizmaster General, we're having a pub quiz on the Sunday night, which is the 29th. We're at the Cock and Hoop. So come and join us from about 8:30 for a marketing quiz. Test your knowledge. We want to see what you got. And there'll be prizes handed out.
Aye.
Yeah.
And obviously a wooden spoon as well.
I like a pub quiz. Anyone like a pub quiz here?
I love a pub quiz. I'm rubbish at them.
Oh, I'm good at them.
Like I don't.
I would be on
Humble as well.
I would be on the chase if there was a vacancy.
I was actually.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
I was actually shortlisted for the chase.
Were you?
Have I
Oh.
told you that?
No.
Oh, well, I have now.
We all feel like we know you more now,
Yeah.
There
Charlie.
you go.
Yeah, little secrets.
I just wish I was better. I love the vibe and like the funness of a pub quiz, but I'm just really rubbish at them.
But
I
this,
don't
this
know
one's about
stuff.
marketing, so
Yes.
it should be to
Yes.
your advantage.
Yes, this one.
I hope you do a bit better on this one.
No, but the other one is like general knowledge. There's sports, there's geography, food and wine. I'm just rubbish like at that sort of stuff. But marketing, because we've got, what are the categories? Or are we not going to say the
Well,
categories?
I don't know if we should say the categories, but
We don't want anyone swatting up to.
no,
okay.
But we've got a variety of categories, haven't we?
Yeah.
With different questions. But it's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. It's not too taxing. We don't want to give people anxiety over this quiz. It really isn't worth it. But we've got our own area in the Cock and Hoop, which is, if you're staying at the Lace Market Hotel, it's right next door. It's actually owned by the Lace Market Hotel. So we've commandeered the downstairs there, and Charlie will be your Quizmaster General.
It's me.
Yeah.
Have you got a hat?
Oh, many hats.
We know
Quizmaster
if
hat.
anyone's seen Charlie, you'll know he has many a hat.
Yeah, so I didn't know whether there was like a Quizmaster specific hat.
I'll wear
ready.
my fedora. Just put like a feather
Good
in it.
choice.
That is a good Quizmaster hat.
So come along for that. That's going to be fun. That starts
Yes.
at 8:30.
Eyes down at
Eyes
half past
down at
8.
8:30. So get there before. Pick your teams. We're not going to force you into a team, but teams are good. That's another thing about pub quizzes.
Oh, coming up with your team name?
Coming up with your team. Yes, your team name. Oh, we should have a prize for the best team name.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Okay, we'll find a T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, best team name. That's good.
Obviously, you have to have like a marketing pun or something in there, won't
Yeah.
it? Or something topical. But anyway.
Or something completely
not.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
I don't think
Just
it really
hilarious.
matters. But yeah, so that'll be good. So yes, eyes down at 8:30. That's the first question. But get there beforehand if you want to mooch about and chat and make new friends and meet old ones and all that kind of stuff. I think we chose a pub quiz actually because we wanted something that would be a group activity. It's nice to use that, but doesn't require too much intelligence, and also has the less propensity for people to be slaughtered. Because last year, if you went on the Robin Hood pub crawl, I mean, Robin Hood was absolutely,
Oh my gosh.
well, I'm going to say shit-faced because he pretty much was. When I popped in, I only popped in just to kind of like say hello to everyone, and he was quite on his way.
Off his trolley.
Mm.
I have
He
to
was
say.
the merry man.
He was all of them.
Yeah. I have to say, I think there was a few hangovers the next morning. I mean, if that's what you like to do before a conference, then make sure you've got your Alka-Seltzer ready. Or your
We should
Dyrolite.
have asked for like a sponsors.
Barbara
like,
Rocker.
yeah,
You, but on a good day.
yeah. Oh, see, maybe one of the quiz rounds should be about advertising slogans.
Maybe it is.
You'd
Who
be quite
knows?
good at that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, right. So that's the pub quiz. So obviously you're going to do the pub quiz, and you're going to see. I told you there'd be bangs. You're going to do a pub quiz, and everyone's going to have fun, and everyone's going to feel really roaring, ready for the day on the morning. So it's the morning of the event. It's the event itself. Let's talk about the event, the big day, Monday the 30th of September at Nottingham Contemporary. What time do we need people to get there for?
Well, registration is at 8:30. So, yes, get there. I'd say try and not get there earlier than 8:30.
Please don't get there earlier at 8:30. If you get there before 8:30, basically you will be asked to build stuff. Build stuff, put stuff out, do like AV testing.
And you don't want to do that,
Maybe
do
you'll
you?
be given a red T-shirt just by
Oh,
accident.
gosh. Yeah, if you're there that early, you must be part of the team and you must be helping.
Yeah.
But
Don't get there before 8:30.
I mean, if you get into Nottingham early, go to a coffee shop and enjoy
Yeah.
a coffee or something. Even though I will say we have got morning refreshments
Yeah.
during registration. So we've got pastries and all that like lovely jazz. So yes, so do come from 8:30, and then the first talk is at 9:30. So that gives you a good hour to do a bit of mingling, do a bit of chatting. If you didn't make friends from the pub quiz, you can make friends during the mingling. What are we calling it? The sort of
It's obviously called the mingling now.
the mingling morning.
I feel like have we got that program printed yet? I think we should call it the mingling.
Change some stuff on the agenda now. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Starting at 8:30 with the mingling. That could be a series on Netflix, couldn't it? The mingling.
Sounds serious.
A network
Yeah.
connection
Like a
gone
thriller.
wrong.
A thriller. That's it.
Yeah.
Thriller on Netflix.
I'm
I
out.
can see like the trailer right now, like flashes of like screens and going black transitions and.
Hopefully that's not what our
Oh,
mingling
Oh
will be
God,
like.
no.
Our mingling is friendly people.
Yeah.
So
I went dark there, didn't I, for a moment?
And I also know that some people don't drink tea and coffee. I mean, Helena's one of them. I mean, I don't quite understand how she makes it through a day. But anyway, so there will be cold refreshments as well, like water
I think there's some
orange
I
juice
think there's some flavoured water or,
or something like.
There'll be something, no doubt. All right, so people are gonna be doing the mingling from 8:30 until 9:30. Then we're gonna get people in their seats and we're gonna crack on with the speakers. So let's talk about the speakers and let's go in order of the day because we know the order. It's on the website if you want to get it in advance. Our morning keynote, Teresa Heath Waring.
Lovely lady.
Lovely lady. What do we think to her?
Aesthetics.
Oh, the aesthetics. Her slides are beautiful.
They're just so pretty. You don't even need to know what's on them. They just look good. Just look at them. You'll be happy.
Who cares what it's about? It
Oh, it
looks
doesn't
nice.
matter. The content, who cares? As long as it looks pretty.
Mm.
To be honest, the content's okay too. It's pretty great. No, it's actually, wow, sneaky peeky. We had a look and it's actually pretty great. All about sales funnels. So if you want to learn, that's an awesome session.
It's going to be a good session. She's a great speaker.
And she's just so knowledgeable because of the experience she's had. So she's done, how long has she done marketing for, like good few years.
Well, she's in her late 50s, so
Hang on, I bet you she does not want
Want you to
people
disclose
knowing that.
Get approval.
she's not in her late 50s.
I was going to
She's
say,
really not in her late 50s. She's younger than me.
you're going to get
She's
a
young-
slap
yeah,
now,
yeah.
aren't
She's
you?
younger than me. It's all right. She's a friend of the show.
Fants,
Yeah.
banter.
Um,
But she's been doing marketing
yeah,
for a while.
Yeah, I think 15 years. She's got a really great career history, actually, which she might mention, but she's got a really great career history. And in that time, of course, she's seen a lot of strategies come and go. And so that's a great grounding for a good marketer because you've got the core principles there and the experience. But, do you know what? I'm just really glad that we've got her this year because she's like going places. Like she's doing all these events internationally now. And I think this was the only time that we would probably be able to get her.
Yeah.
Next year she'll be off in the States, but honestly, she's got like A-list marketing friends and contacts.
But
Big names.
it just made because I met her properly either last year or the year before, and she is the loveliest person. Like we were having a good old chin wag. I was asking her questions, and she was more than happy to answer. So definitely, if you see her after a talk, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you picked her brain or just asked her a few bits and bobs because she's lovely.
And to be honest, if you're thinking of doing that, definitely do it. Like, definitely go and talk to the speakers.
Oh yeah.
I want the speakers to be challenged. I want people to go up to them and say, I disagree with you, or I agree with you on this, or what about this? I mean, this is they're part of the community. I don't want to put anyone up on a pedestal.
Yeah, exactly. The power of communication. Or
Exactly.
the power of conversation.
All right,
What
so
sounds better?
I don't know. You're the marketer. So the Teresa's, that'll be ace. We've got a break. We don't need to talk about breaks and stuff like that. But okay, after break, we've got Philly Weezer.
Oh, right. If you're a bit of an SEO geek, and I'm hoping there are some of you out there and some of them listening to this podcast, but Philly Weeze, so he is an ex-Google engineer, so he knows his stuff. And I saw him talk at Brighton SEO, and literally he's just so knowledgeable, that man. So you'll come away with a load of things to do. So your to-do list to do to your website will be very, very long, but he knows what he's talking about. I think he even so there's the Google Webmaster Guidelines. So basically Google's put guidelines together of how you should put websites together and all that jazz. And I think he's even had part in writing a bit of that as well. So he's going to be so good, so knowledgeable that you'll come away with loads. So I'm very excited.
I'm very excited. There are a lot of slides, let me tell you, for his. So, It's one of those things where you get a lot of slides and think, is that gonna fit in the time?
He does
But
know the time, doesn't he?
Yes, he knows the time. I have asked him.
50 billion times.
He is like, yeah. This is quick, right? Which is interesting because when we had SEO on last time, when we had Dawn Anderson, hers was quick and hers was intense as well. So it's something about SEO people. It's just the way that they are.
We're intense.
Intense. Right. Gavin Bell is next.
Yes.
Yes. I was waiting for someone to say from Scotland because I had a conversation about whether or not.
You vetoed any Scottish accent.
Well, we don't need to mimic a Scottish accent, because.
Yeah, but I can if I'm half Scottish.
Oh, you're
There you
half-
go.
are you half
That's all
Scottish?
right then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise.
Scotland.
Okay. I'll let you decide whether or not that was any good. But Gavin Bell, talking about Facebook ads. He's a Facebook ad expert. Goes on YouTube channel.
Yes.
Talks all over the place about Facebook. Nice guy.
Yes, he seemed, because obviously, if you've been listening to other episodes, he was on Marketed Live's
He was.
podcast. So, yes, and he seems proper lovely and very knowledgeable in the Facebook ad arena.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of Facebook ad experts, but I think what I like about Gavin is that he makes it more realistic. He's not like one of these gurus in inverted commas. What did you call someone who's a guru but not a guru? Did you say puru or something? Puru. Is that
You
like
just
as in
made that up?
guru's poo?
I meant because she called herself a podcast guru, so I tried to amalgamate the two words.
Oh, I see what you mean. So puru is okay, right?
Puru is podcast guru.
I didn't know where it was going. All right. Well, Gavin Bell, great guy, young and successful, which is, I hate those type of people, young and successful. But do you know what? He really knows his stuff. He's going to give you lots of epic information about how to get better at Facebook ads and why a lot of it sucks. And how to not suck, which is always a good thing. Right, after that, we've got Elizabeth Stokoe.
Yes, we do.
From, I was going to say from Loughborough University, but actually she does all sorts of things. She's a TEDx speaker. She works with the Southeastern University of Norway or something like that. She works with Typeform, the survey people. So she is super intelligent, I've got to say. And there's a story about why she's speaking, which basically involves me reading her book, which I'll talk to you about actually in the introduction, so I won't spoil that. But that's going to be quite a session because that's all about how we as human beings talk to each other and how we communicate like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
And how we don't, do things like interrupt
Okay.
like that.
We were hanging on your
You
every
were
word
really,
there.
weren't you? Didn't you?
She's also got
Terrible.
amazing hair.
She has got amazing hair. hasn't
I
she?
love the curls.
There we go. Right. So again, it's going to be a ram-packed morning. Ram-packed, jam-packed, whatever the phrase is.
I like rampacked.
It's now called ram-packed. It's now rammed full of helpful information, and you're going to need your lunch.
Yes, you are.
Yes. We've got an hour for lunch, which I think is more than enough.
Long time.
You
For some
can
more
eat-
mingling. The mingling returns.
The mingling.
Season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
If I see anyone not mingling, I'll be having words.
Yeah.
But lunch at the Nottingham Contemporary is
It's amazing.
it is amazing. And I don't know if there's any. Of course, there's going to be some vegetarians and vegans and pescatarians, but the variety is amazing. Like normally, as a vegetarian or someone that doesn't eat meat, you normally just have one option, and it's normally egg or cheese. But that's not the case here. Like, I was impressed last year.
It's decent. All right, less about the food, more about the speakers. So after lunch, Rob and Kennedy. Now, the after lunch slot is always one of those slots where you're like, I'm full, I'm
Is
tired.
it nap time?
Is it nap time? There is no chance of nana napping at Marketed Live because Rob Temple and Kennedy are two amazing stage performers and entertainers. It's what they do for a living. The whole marketing thing is a complete side hustle. They are superstars. Like Kennedy has been touring the US and Rob is on a UK tour. So
Handy.
yeah, so I think Kennedy's a mind reader, stage mind reader, and Rob is a stage hypnotist. So I don't know if that worries anybody, but
Do people have to sign a disclaimer?
I don't know. I'm just going to see what happens. I think if I start acting like a chicken, will somebody tell me?
I
No.
mean,
No, absolutely not.
no, I don't think that's going to happen.
Typical. So they're after lunch. They're talking about audience segmentation, really important topic. If you have any kind of data that you need to work with your marketing, their product response suite is ACE. We've been using it a lot for Marketed Live and asking you questions, and some questions that I will introduce in my session as well. All right. After that, we've got Geordie Wilding from Ogilvy talking about diversity in marketing.
Very interesting topic, and a topic that I don't think gets talked to enough about. So I'm so glad that we're talking about it at Marketed Live.
Do you know, I'm going to big us up a bit, but when I look at lots of events, because I do look at lots of events, I don't see this topic talked about enough. I think it's difficult. I think people find it difficult.
Yeah, it is. It's a difficult thing to talk about, but I tell you what, like I am still shocked in this day and age that you come across some events and you see all the speakers and it's just your classic white males of a certain age, and that still happens.
Pale, male, and stale.
Yeah, well,
It's true. It's true though. It's true.
And events are getting called up on it more and more.
Yeah, you saw that, didn't you?
And I did, and you do see it. But I do think the events that are doing something about it, it's good. And I mean, yeah. So I'm so glad that we've got someone to come and talk. And I hope when she comes and talks about it, people are going to be less scared about the topic, and they'll feel more safe, because it's a bit of that topic that people are a bit scared, aren't they? Like, because you don't want to offend, or you don't want
to get it wrong.
Exactly.
But you know, Geordie is talking specifically on how to do it right. You know, how the things to think about, the issues that are important, how to get this right, because you know, it's not just a case of going, right, okay, we need to represent everybody, so what we'll do is we'll stick a picture of a mixed race family in the picture and then we're done with it, tick. You know, that's not what this is about. So it is an important subject. I feel it's very important. I'm really pleased that Geordie's coming. Great, it's going to be a great session. Right, after Geordie, we have a content panel. So we've got, I'm not going to tell you who's involved in the panel, but we've got people doing various different types of topic, going to talk, answering questions about content itself. So things like, what's the content type that's working at the moment? What do we need to think about video maybe? Where does audio fit into some of this? What sort of strategies are there? I'm hosting that panel discussion. And that's that. And then afterwards, we've got our afternoon closing keynote, which is Felicia Jones, coming all the way from Denver, Colorado.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Now, you've seen her speak, haven't you? No. Have you seen her speak, Sarah?
I feel like you put me on the spot now. No, I haven't.
No, you haven't seen her speak. Sorry. I can't remember who saw
Sorry,
her
Felicia.
speak. Sorry, Felicia. I've seen her speak. She's great. She's a great speaker, really energetic. She's like, the only thing I can equate it to is she's like the female American Martin Lewis. But yes, what Felicia's coming to talk about, she's coming to talk about speaking and how getting your leaders to speak is a valid marketing format, which I think is super interesting, because I think it is. Mm-hmm. And it's okay for a marketing person, I guess, to say it because it's a bit obvious. But actually, how do you get the MD on stage being the face of the company?
Yes, I think a lot of companies do struggle with that, especially business owners, because some just want to be in the background.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I shouldn't be the face. Like, I'm just in the background doing stuff. But I definitely think there has been there's a constant shift, and it's more and more about that like personal touch that you can get with companies and giving a face to a company rather than just a logo. That, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can sort of resonate more with them, and
it's about being human and building
it
that
is.
relationship.
It's not B2C or B2B anymore. It's H2H.
H2H, P2P.
Which is human to human.
Mm-hmm.
What's P2P?
Person to person. What, you know,
Oh,
it's whatever floats your boat, really, I guess.
floats
With
your boat.
that.
I mean, you don't have any qualms with being the face of Like My Me, do you?
No, I insist on it.
Thrives on it.
My
about
face
me.
needs to be everywhere, guys.
My face is not on this collateral enough.
I'm
But
surprised
more
you
of
didn't
my face.
introduce yourself at the start.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
And the speaker.
Hi. I'm Bisbal.
I did think it was a bit much when you expected us all to have a picture of you on our desk, just of your face pointing at us. I mean, that was a bit too far.
Well, It's in your contract if you look at the small print.
We're not going to get paid.
We're not going to get paid. All right, so Felicia's going to talk about that. It's brilliant. We've then got our Campaign of the Year award, which is being awarded at the end of the session. I'm really looking forward to that. We've had numbers of entries. We've shortlisted it. We've sent it off to the judges independently, anonymised. They've adjudicated that and decided, well, they've scored it all, and then we've collated that, and we've got a little award to give some recognition for some great marketing.
And I'm really behind the idea of this because I think celebrating local good marketing that happens is great, because I think sometimes it all gets shouted at in London and all the big places like that. So the fact that we're highlighting local, and I mean, there are businesses from all over that have entered, but quite a few are local, from like Nottingham, Leeds, Leicester, Loughborough, and it's really good to see just some amazing things that are happening around us.
It's inspiring.
It really is. It really is, and and we're surrounded by creativityness and stuff like that. So I'm fully behind this award, and I'm glad that we've decided, because it's the first time we're doing it this year, isn't it?
You're right. It's just about giving a little bit of recognition for good work, good performance, being creative, and just not being terrible as well, you know, because, well, let's face
Always
it,
a good start.
I know there is a lot of terrible marketing out there. I don't know about you, but you probably don't do this because you're not as sad as I am, but if I see like a really bad ad on Instagram, I save it. I've got this like collection of like disastrous things, whether it's like really bad typeface or color clashes or just dreadful stuff, that I'm kind of building this catalogue. One day I'll show it to somebody and go, never do this.
Don't do this.
And
Well,
release all of the bad ones in a book one day.
Yes,
With your face on it. How you
not with
like
my
it.
face on it. I'm not being associated with a bad commercial.
God, any publicity is good publicity.
Well, if you say so.
oh yeah, there is that.
I'm not sure about that. But right after that, then. So what happens after the event itself? We've all had a great day. Our brains are absolutely full. Do we just go home?
Of course not. You're going to put your partying shoes on and go on down to Picture and Piano.
Which is where?
Oh yes, just down the road.
Literally next door.
Just next door.
Yeah.
So, and if you've not been to Picture and Piano, it is amazing. I think it was Helena's first time the other week, and you were taken back because it's an old church.
I took way too many pictures. It was so pretty.
Is it Instagrammable?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
For sure.
I mean, just go to the party if you want to take pictures. But yeah, so we've arranged an after party because it's always nice to wind down together, have a couple of drinks, get a bit silly. But yeah, just like
And
chat.
continue mingling.
And continue mingling. Yeah,
Share some of your stories, share some experience, share a cocktail.
there we go. And some of the speakers will
The
be going to
speakers
the
will be there.
party.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll be at the party.
We'll be there. We'll be off work then, won't we?
Oh gosh.
We'll have stopped working, 12 months of hard work.
It's going to be,
Boom.
there's dancing on table.
Not sure about that. Don't have to pay the deposit. Lose the deposit.
But yeah, no.
It's going to be fun. It was
is.
really good last year. In fact, people stayed for hours, actually. But I think I'm happy to mention, the drinks are on us.
Yes.
So, come along,
Yeah.
at least for one.
At least for one.
At least for one, maybe two, possibly more. See
But
how
yeah.
you feel. There's lots of people stopping on the Monday night as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So who knows what will happen.
And if you haven't got your accommodation sorted yet, on Marketed Live, there's deals, isn't there?
Yeah,
So-
there's some of the deals have expired just because
Oh.
of how close we are, but it's got all the dates of when they expire on the website.
Okay.
The Lace Market Hotel is the nearest and the one that we're all staying in.
There you go.
So if you've got a particular obsession with one of the speakers, maybe Teresa, then that's where she'll be.
Yay, that's so good.
I have a feeling Teresa's not going to be your friend now.
Oh, she will. She will. I'm not going to give out her address just yet.
Just, yeah.
It's a
Wait till next
GDPR.
year.
It's a GDPR nightmare. I shan't be doing that. Okay, so look, there's lots going on, isn't there? Being honest, you guys have worked on it for a long time, all year. We're getting close to it. How do you feel about it?
Stressed and excited.
Fair?
Pretty much the same. Just excited to experience it for the first time and just see how it all runs. We've put the planning in, so
Yeah. What I like is like seeing something all come together, and no matter. So this is the third year. Wow. And somehow not somehow, because obviously it's expertly ran, but it's smooth, and people always have good stuff to say about it. And I really like going because Marketed Live has got such that community vibe and that community feeling. People are so friendly, and even if it is your first time, really don't be scared, because everyone's so friendly, and you'll be chatted to, talked to. I mean, mingled.
You will be
mingled with.
You will be mingled.
So yeah, and it's just amazing what you can. And obviously, the speakers are really good to get information from and learn, but even from each other, just from having conversations with other like-minded people. I know like-minded professionals gets banded around a bit, but we are like-minded. We're all there because we want to learn and we want to share marketing experiences and stories and stuff like that. So I like it.
I'm glad you like it, because you'll be working for a long time. Do you know what? I would completely echo that. It is hard work to put on an event.
Bloody hard work.
Bloody hard work, and I hope it's good. I'm sure it will be. But I think the attendees, the people who take the time, and let's face it, the money to come to this event, we really do appreciate the investment that people make. And it's our job to make sure that you make the most of that, and that you have a great time, and that the speakers that are there are giving you great insight and give you something to take away and really improve your working life and your marketing. That's what we're aiming for. But we want to have a bit of fun as well. So don't be scared to talk to anyone in a red t-shirt. Come and see me. I'll probably be wearing a very muted shirt.
Muted?
Yeah, probably really understated.
Yeah, that sounds like
that
you.
sounds like me. We will just have a great time, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So on that basis, I think that's probably all from us. Any final words, team?
Live long and prosper.
Good one.
I don't really get that one, but
Isn't it Star Wars?
yeah, on
Yeah,
Star
he's
Trek.
too young.
Star Trek. Oh.
I'm not too young. I just didn't understand the relevance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ben.
No, see you there.
See you there.
Yeah, same.
I think they're all worn out. All right. So, look, that's all for this episode of Marketed Not Live. It might be the end of the season, I think. We're going to decide at what point we bring it back. We've really enjoyed speaking to all of our experts, all of our guests on the show. They've really helped us explain some of the challenges around marketing and things that you can do. So this event is not just about the event itself, it's all of the other content that we produce as well. Go and check that out, other episodes, and also the blog and the website, Marketed.live, for all of the information about the event itself, what you need to do, get a reminder. If you've got any questions, just contact us, email us, phone us, send a pigeon. I don't really mind at this point, but we hope to see you at Marketed Live. If you haven't got a ticket, it really is the last chance, and if you can't get a ticket, then don't forget the virtual ticket is available. We will hopefully see you next week in Nottingham. Until then, bye-bye.